Hi, my name is Erica Lee, and my presentation is about the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on community resilience. My investigative question throughout my research was, how has COVID-19 affected community resilience? After completing my research, the conclusion or answer to my question is, the effect of COVID-19 on community resilience is ultimately negative when considering its effect on the working class and education. From here, I will be discussing what community resilience is defined as, COVID-19's impact on it, and the connections made between my question and the research materials. Community resilience can be defined as the sustained ability to withstand, adapt to, and recover from adversity. In the case of COVID-19, community resilience can be shown as improved pandemic preparedness and flexibility in the workplace and schools. Social cohesion and social capital are a basis for strong community resilience. Social cohesion refers to the degree of social connectedness and solidarity between different groups within a society, as well as the level of trust and connectedness between individuals and across community groups. A driving factor of social cohesion is social capital. Social capital drives social cohesion and its ability to bring communities closer together to build off each other and grow. There are three different types of social capital: bonding, bridging, and linking. Bonding social capital is the ties that link people who share the same interests or socio-demographic characteristics. Bridging social capital creates ties between people that may have different beliefs or social divides. Linking social capital is defined as ties between people who share the same social or political power. Intertwining these social capitals is vital for communities to adapt to the coronavirus. Bonding capital allows people of the same community to come together and share experiences. Then they can reach out with bridging capital to other communities and learn about different solutions to problems than their own. Linking capital helps poorer communities connect to others with more money and fix the problems in their communities. Without all of these, we would not have been able to solve problems that arose during the pandemic. In the article, The Dark Side of Resilience, researchers spoke on the negative effects of resilience, which are normally overlooked. They said that being over-resilient in the workplace can lead to people putting up with bad work environments for longer than needed. Which leads to my next point, which discusses COVID-19's impact on the community. Education was gravely affected by COVID-19. During the lockdown, students were forced to attend class via their laptops because of the pandemic's restrictive nature. Many suffered from the inattentive nature of learning on a laptop while also struggling with the inability to connect with their peers. Educators had an even more difficult time during the lockdown. While the pandemic messed up lesson plans, teachers also had to figure out how to use this new technology to teach students. Everyone needed to be resilient during this time because success relied heavily on being able to change and adapt to new learning environments that came with COVID-19. This resilience was not positive because many were dealing with academic burnout, depression, and anxiety because of the closed-off nature of the lockdown. Without feeling a sense of belonging with other students, the sense of community was lost. Without this, community resilience was weakened because many felt they had nowhere else to turn. The pandemic also affected many individuals' work-life balance. For those who needed to meet face-to-face with clients or feel a sense of community with their coworkers, COVID-19 was brutal. Because they could not engage with people they normally would on a daily basis, many individuals felt isolated because they had no one else to talk to. This feeling of isolation weakened community resilience in the workplace because community resilience relies on bonds within the community. Without these bonds, resilience falters. Between articles, it is found that resilience is both positive and negative. The positive side, found in their own words, resilience among Haitian survivors, allows communities to grow and adapt together in the environment. But during the pandemic, many came together and adapted to the virus. Opposingly, there can be too much resilience, mentioned in The Dark Side of Resilience. If someone is too resilient, they put too much stress on themselves to adapt to a situation they may not be ready to adapt to. The coronavirus was thrown onto entire nations that were not ready to handle its grave effects. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic impacted a wide range of individuals. While community resilience stayed strong at times, at others it faltered. COVID-19 had some positive effects on resilience, but its overall effect was negative when considering its toll on the workplace and education.
All right, couple of questions. How did some preliminary information you gathered inform your research?
Preliminary research I gathered informed my research by steering me towards a better research question. From there, I was able to dive deeper into my question and gather more important research that pertained to my new question.
Okay, thank you. What are the implications of the findings to the community?
The implications of my findings to my community is that COVID-19 had negative effects on community resilience because of its effect on workers and students. So just to not be too resilient to new changes in your environment because it could result in academic burnout.
Okay. Thank you. Another round of applause.